Hi guys, I'm War, and this is my new video. And we're talking about in the video Noah's Ark. Let's see. Long ago, when the world was new, there lived a man named Noah. He was a good and honest man who lived in a way that pleased God. Noah spent his days in peace and happiness with his family. Many people didn't live as Noah lived. They were selfish and cruel to one another. God told Noah that because of the weakness in the world, it would rain for 40 days and 40 nights. The rain would cause a flood, which would wash away all the animals. God also told him now Noah and his family and the animals of the world would be protected. Noah had to build a big ark to ride upon the flood waters. Everyone laughed at Noah for building a boat on dry land, but that didn't bother Noah. When they had finished the ark, Noah and his sons and their wives searched for two of every kind of animal. Every beast that walked, and every bird that flew, every snake that crawled, toad that hopped, lizard that crept. Sometimes it wasn't easy. All the animals were put in pens beside the ark. Noah's pasture looked like a zoo, but it was bigger than any zoo you have ever seen. Noah and his family also gathered enough food for many months: hay for the horses, grain for the cattle, and, and meat for the lions and tigers. There was even a pile of carrots for the rabbits and plenty of sweet clover for the honeybees. When the work was finished, God told Noah to load up the ark. So Noah and his family put their household goods and the food in the ark. Then Noah opened the pens and let all the animals out. The animals followed Noah to the big ark. He stood in the doorway at the top of the ramp and directed all the beasts and birds. Then marched the animals, two by two: the long-necked giraffe and the kangaroo, the lion and the rhino and the wallaby, the turtle and the deer and the chimpanzee, badger and beaver, bear and gnu, up the ramp, two by two. And when all the animals, Noah and his wife and his sons and their wives, were safely inside, the door of the ark was shut tight. Then it quietly began to rain. It was just a drizzle at first, but then it changed to a steady downpour. Oh, how it rained! The rain came down in sheets. The wind howled, the thunder roared, and the lightning flashed across the dark sky. The waters began to rise higher and higher until they covered even the mountain's peaks. Everything on earth was destroyed in the flood, but the ark and its passengers floated safely on the water. After a while, the animals grew uneasy. The wolves howled, the horses whined, and the tiny field mice squeaked with fear. Even the great striped tigers crouched in a corner and meowed like, like little kittens. The lions didn't roar or cry out, but they too were afraid. They didn't move or eat or even twitch their tails. Noah's sons and their wives also grew restless. They began to wonder if God had forgotten them. Noah alone was calm. He didn't doubt God's word. And suddenly, just as God had said, it would after 40 days and 40 nights, the rain stopped. Soon the sun began to shine and a warm wind began to blow. Little by little the water went down. One day the sheep lurched and bumped against the top of the mountain. Noah sent a dove from the sheep. The dove flew about, but there was no place to land. It soon came back to the ark. Noah waited a week. Then he let the dove go again. This time it came back with an olive branch and its beak. That meant that the water was below the treetops. The third time Noah sent the dove from the ark, it didn't return at all, for the land was at last dry, and, and the dove could find food and shelter. God told Noah to leave the ark, along with his family and the animals, and begin life again on earth. Oh, the great joy of being free! The horses pranced, the kangaroos leaped, the penguins flapped their wings and waddled faster. Even the heavy hippos kicked up their heels as they paraded down the ramp onto dry land. On the arch of a rainbow, the antelopes and mountain goats bounded to the high hills. The bears ambled to the woods. The lions and leopards raced to make their new homes on the plains and in the jungle. The cattle, horses, sheep, and all the other tame animals stayed close to Noah because he needed them. The first thing Noah did was uh, to build an altar where he and his family thanked God for saving them from the flood. This is the end of the book. And like this video. Please. Okay.